Peace, family, peace, 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 peace. Okay, so today's video is about how to end a breakup. Okay, so what I seen in my relationships were pretty much, when I was a teenager and I started dating, what I seen was I would attract the guys that were like my father, okay? Whether they was abusive, womanizing, those the type of guys that I went after. And I never understood like why I went after those type of guys until I was watching videos that talked about, one video in particular was Aaron Dowdy, who's a YouTuber. And he talked about a lot of times we tend to go after relationships that seems familiar, right? And so me going after guys that were womanizing, they were womanizer, is it that a word? That were a womanizer, okay, and that was abusive. It reminded me subconsciously of when I was a kid, right? And what I witnessed, how I would see my father, beating on women, how I would see my father being a player, right? And so that's the type of relationships that I went after. And I never knew what a breakup was. Like, I knew what a breakup was, but I never seen anybody like break things off with the person that they was in a relationship with, like, and is like peaceful, like maybe your ex, y'all still friends, right? Because it's not at a place of you left me and now I'm feeling resentment. I never seen that growing up. I always pretty much seen like neediness, self-love deficiency, meaning, I can't love myself, so I need you to love me, or I can't do these things for myself, so I expect you to do these things for me. And so my relationships when I was a teenager and later on in my early 20s, what I seen was I never knew how to have a healthy breakup, right? I never knew what it looked like to move away from the person. Like, the person may have cheated, may have put their hands on me, and I still would stay there because that's what I seen growing up. And what I realized was my last relationship, I actually ended the relationship. Like, it was, it wasn't from a place of, well, I hate you. It was from a place of, I don't want us to be, have bad blood, so to speak. I don't want us to be enemies. I want us to still have a friendship. Like, I still want to be able to, talk to him and, things like that. And, it was my small children's father. And I still want a healthy relationship and still be able to talk to, him or whatever. And understand that it didn't work, and we don't have to have bad blood because it didn't work, but we can still have a healthy relationship, not only just for me and him, but for the sake of the children too. So one of the ways that my past relationships, how I would break off the relationship, like, something drastic had to happen. Like when I was a teenager, about 17 years old, one of my exes, who I was like madly in love with, he had went to jail for selling drugs. Then I got in another relationship, and that guy, how we broke up with one another, he went to jail, right? And so that would, like, things would normally have to happen like that in order for me to break up the relationship or break off the relationship. But nowadays, like, I'm proud of myself because once I see that the relationship isn't working, like, I'm not for, well, we've been together for a long time, and although, the relationship isn't working between us, like, let's just stay there because time keeps us bounded, right? Or, we have children together, so let's just stay together because we have children together. To me, what I feel is you have to always do what works for you. Always do what works for you. And also you have to understand, just because you didn't witness a healthy breakup, right? Like, maybe your mother slashed your father's tires, because your father wanted to break it off with your mother, or, vice versa. Maybe your father put his hands on your mother because your mother ain't want to be with him no more. Just because we seen that growing up, we don't have to, repeat the cycle, right? We don't have to keep doing the same thing what we witnessed growing up. And the key thing is to be aware. Really, really be aware. See, the inner child may want to stay, but your spirit know that the relationship has been served its purpose and the course is up. And so I hope you guys got something from this. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I love you guys. Rock out. Believe in yourself. And know, just because you've been doing things a certain way, you do not have to continuously keep doing the things the same exact way. And with that being said, catch you guys on the next one.